that ship, the Lord said, them transatlantic slave trade. He said, I'm going to bring you over in Egypt. I'm going to take you in bondage again in some ships. And we migrated through the west coast of Africa. When we left out of Israel, we migrated into Africa. And what happened around 1500s? They started bringing our ass over here in these slave ships. In the 1600s, the bulk of the slaves came over here in 1600. This is the prophecy right here in Deuteronomy 28:68. Now them dudes right here, the Khazars, the Edomites, they ain't never been in bondage in no slave ships and took from their homeland and made to serve slavery nowhere, right? As a whole nation, it says, and no man shall buy you, meaning ain't nobody gonna save us out of this condition. Nobody but the Lord himself. When he come back, that's when the elect gonna be saved, and we're gonna be saved out of this condition we in of slavery, man. Until then, hey, we still in slavery, man. Esau owns everything. You got a Social Security card, driver license, all that shit. That lets you know you're still in bondage. You got birth certificate. That lets you know you're still in bondage, right? Now, Jacob, the name Israel, that's his name, Jacob's name. Israel, when you break it down in the ancient Hebrew, it's Yasha Allah. Yah, when you break that word down, Shar in Hebrew is prince, Allah of the powers. He is a prince of God, basically. That's Jacob's name. His name was changed to that, right? That was his name. That was his name got changed to, right? And I'm gonna show it to you right here.
Jacob got the name got changed to
Israel. Let's see here. Let me find it right quick. Should be right in here somewhere, right? Right here. Right here in the 32. It's right here.
Genesis.
Yeah, it's in Genesis. Okay, here it is, Genesis 32, and it says, I started 21. So went the present, I started 22, and he arose up that night and took the 2 wives and his 2 maid women servants and his 11 sons and passed over Fort Jabbok. And he took them and sent them over to the brook and sent over that he had. Verse 24, and Jacob was left alone, and there he wrestled with a man. They say he wrestled with a man until the breaking of the day. And he saw that he was prevailed not against him. He touched the hollow of his thigh. And it says, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go except I bless thee. He said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. So he told him his name was going to be called no more Jacob, but Israel. Wherefore, as a prince, hast thou power with God. Remember, I just broke that name down, Yasha Allah. Yah meaning he, Shar, when you break it down, it's prince, Allah of the power. He said, you a prince of God. That's what he was telling me. He said, and with men thou hast prevailed. Right? So Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Right? And Israel, when he had 12 sons with his maidservants and his 2 wives, those became what the nation of Israel, the Israelites. So it's about the nation, right? We brothers with all them people you see on them signs. The West Indians, the West Indian Jamaicans, the Haitians, Panamanians, Guatemalans, Dominicans. We all brothers with them. It's about the nation. It's always. What about the? You wear the black jacket? Nah, they Pakistani. They're the Elam. See what it says? Elam, the East Indians. See, yeah, our brothers is Israel. Everybody on that sign is our brothers. Everybody you see on the rest of them, nah, they heathens, man. They like heathens, natural heathens. They're not our brothers. They basically our enemies. And when the Lord come back, guess what he gonna do? He gonna put us up over them. That's what this whole thing is going. We in our last captivity. Because we were in Egypt when the Lord brought us out of Egypt, right? He brought us out of Egypt, and then we went into in the time of the judges, we went into captivity like 3 times under the Philistines, Moab, Chinese, and the Japanese with the Ammon. And then we turned around and went into captivity under the Assyrians, and then the Babylonians were under Syrians. Then we went into captivity under the Babylonians, who were the ancient Cushites. Then we went into captivity under the Medo-Persians, which are the Elamites, the Medo-Persian Empire, Artaxerxes. You ever watched 300? That was the Medo-Persian Empire. That was us. Leonidas and all them dudes was really Israelites. 300? Yeah, they were really black men. That's why they showed them white men with them beards on their faces. Because a beard, a man, we supposed to have a beard according to our law. We supposed to, if you could grow hair, you're supposed to grow hair. That's why in that movie 300, you saw all of them had their hair on their face. See, Esau, what he gonna always do in these movies, he always gonna depict the true men, the warriors of himself. He not gonna show you Moses being black. He not gonna show you the Lord himself being black. You know, he not gonna show you Noah being black. He always gonna show you as white men. And that's for political motives and power, or gain of power, to gain power over your enemies. You know, and then we was in captivity after the Medo-Persians, the Greeks, Alexander, right? And then after Alexander came the Roman Empire, and then we took Rome down, and then we turned around in 1400, we went right back into slavery in the Renaissance under the white man. And then in 1500, you know what happened in 1600, slavery. And see, they've been ruling ever since. You know, they've been ruling ever since, man. You know?
Been on that, you know, been slaves.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, on that boat there with
Hey, man.
300.
Oh, yeah, 300. See, that was real, man. Yeah. Those were our brothers, man. But Esau showed you them being white men, like they plight is been fucked up. Nah, it ain't. Nah, man, that's us, man. But the whole Bible, man, the whole Bible for the Israelites, dealing with the Israelites, and them only. I'm gonna show you something else. When you go into Deuteronomy, let me show you. But this is our book. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read this to you. I'm gonna read the Psalms to you. I'm gonna show you who he gave the word to. This is Psalms 147, 19 and 20. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. So all the statutes and the judgments, the laws, the judgments, He showed them unto Israel. He showed his whole word to Jacob. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as far as his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord, because these other nations, they don't know the judgments and the statutes of the Heavenly Father, man. They just basically do what they want to. One of the judgments is the Lord tell you, don't eat no pork, don't eat no shrimps, don't eat no crabs and all that kind of shit. Sit on, but them countries, they eat that shit. They'll eat that shit raw, man. Them motherfuckers will take a squid right out the damn ocean, chop that motherfucker up, throw it in their mouth. That shit right there, man, ain't nothing but poison. The Lord gave us dietary laws that go by in the Bible. When you read Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy 14, huh? Hey man, if they got pork in it, just ask the Lord to take it away from you. You know? Yeah, just ask the Lord to take that away from you, because you're an Israelite, right? And we supposed to go by these laws. We don't supposed to eat pork. But what you do, just ask the Lord, hey Lord, I'm tired of eating pork. Take that shit from my mouth. It happened. Amen. I didn't seen it. Brother, he smoked cigarettes, man. He said he prayed the Lord take that shit from him, man. Like 2 weeks later, he like shit. I don't think he smoked for like 2 years. Just took it away. He said that shit is horrible to him. So, hey man, we the people of the Bible. I'm gonna show you something else. Man, that just said that this word is given to Jacob, right? Now I'm gonna show you a whole nother prophet that prophesied. He said the same thing. This was a prophet named Amos. His name was Amos. This is Amos, the 3rd chapter, first verse. Hear this word that the Lord have spoken against you, O children of Israel. See, he didn't say nothing about nobody else. He said Israel, the Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans. He said, the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, right? He didn't bring none of these other families up out of the land of Egypt. He brought us up out of the land of Egypt. It says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. So all the sins you do, the Lord gonna punish you. These other nations, man, they basically, they ain't no Israelites. So basically, they just do what they want to. You know, the Lord gonna get you for the sins you commit. You know, he gonna get them other nations for just doing what they doing and a lot of them putting their hands on us, had us in captivity. So they gonna have to pay for that. You know, he says, you have I only known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Man, that's cold. Deuteronomy. It's Deuteronomy 7. Check this out. This is Deuteronomy 7 and 1. It says, when the Lord Yahweh thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, because he had when we left out, we left Egypt, he sent us back to our homeland to possess that land, and there was some people living in there. So our instruction was basically like to move them out of there. Hey, go kill them off, you know. And it says, thou goest to possess it, has cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than yourself. So them nations had way more people than us. But the Lord always used us in a small number, right? Small number. Whenever he want to make a point, he don't use many people. Think about the movie 300. How many did he use? He only used 300 to fight, like right there and there. Yeah, see? But then he had that, you know, when you go deeper in the movie, that Navy was on the other side. The Navy was in the water. You know, they fought in that water too. That was Themistocles. When you go in that movie, yeah. It says, verse 2, and when the Lord thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them. So he said, when the Lord deliver these other nations, y'all need to kill them. That's what he's telling you. He says, and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them. Don't make no agreements with them other nations. Nor show them mercy unto them. So don't show no mercy. If you go in there, just go on, basically fuck them up. You know, get them on up out of there. Right? He says, neither shall thou make marriage with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his sons, nor his daughters shall thou take unto thy sons. So these other nations, you ain't supposed to give your daughter to marry them. You don't marry unto them. But like you can give them to an Israelite.
Hey, I got this dude that I grew up with. He worked in the store for him. And my thing is, and I got you know, my baby mama. For Christmas he bought her something. Now I ain't got no problem with it, but you know what I'm saying? She said they friends, and my thing was he taking advice from them.
What he trying to talk to your lady?
Well, he trying to be friends with her. But my thing is like we used to all work together like this.
Now I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna show you some of the scripture on that right there. What you just
and
said.
I be getting mad about it because I be like he taking advice from me.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you something on that too. I'm gonna read this right here.
Before I confront him, I just want to be right.
Yeah, it says this right here. It says, verse 5, but thus shall ye deal with them, ye shall destroy them, their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire, because some other nations was worshiping idol worship. They was doing idol worship. See, they was worshiping all them different gods. See, they was worshiping Islam, Scientology, Egyptology, Buddha, you know, Semiramis and Tammuz. All them other nations was worshiping them other gods. So he basically said tear down their groves and tear down they sanctuaries and whatnot.
Like they tore down the stone.
Yeah, tear that shit down. The Lord said tear it down. Right? He gave them commandments to tear it all down. And he says, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. Yahweh thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. And that's a cold scripture. He said, the Lord said, thou art a holy people. That word holy means separate. He separated you from everybody on the planet. It says, he chose thee to be a special people unto himself, which is a special treasure. If you have a treasure of jewels, right, you're gonna keep that close. That's something that's gonna be special unto you. You're gonna keep it close. You don't let nobody mess with it. That's how the Lord is with us. He said, I chose you to be that special people above all the people on the face of the earth.